Ted. Well, going back to the internet, I took the book down which I've sent you, the John Napier book, and it's an extract from Wikipedia, and it's got a good set of introductory notes in for some are a bit more difficult than others, but analysing through them I think they're the best out of the lot really. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do multiplication, but I've already done multiplication for you, which was quite simple, to multiply by 1. So if you wanted to multiply 825 by 3, it's quite easy. But multiplying 825 by 913 is a little bit more extra work, Ted. So what I'll do, I'll get the bones and I'll stick them on here. So what I've picked is the 825 because that's what we're working on. So we're going to multiply this figure by 913. We've got the numerator column that goes down the side, which indicates what column you're on. So 1, 2, 3 up to 9 columns, and it's also 9 times whatever these figures are. But I'll go on to or 7 times or 8 times or 1 times or whatever. But what we're interested in at the moment is I'm gonna multiply 825, which is these figures here, and this one here is just a numerator column. It just numbers the column for you. So these are the ones that we're interested in, the bones, and that one doesn't count in the counting up, only the counting on where you're going to be for the next one, if you see what I mean. So we want to times it by 3, so I'll go to 3 and we'll go here, and I'll put a little line up so you can see where we're multiplying from, and I'll isolate that. I'll isolate the 2 and I'll isolate the 3. Oh, these are getting really bent, these now. Yeah, so you can see that when we actually look at one of these bones, it's got the number of the bone on the top, and this indicates this is number 4 bone. And on number 4 bone it's got 0, 8, 1, 2, 1, 6, 2, 2, 4, 2, 8, 3, 2 and 3, 6. I'm not going to explain what they are. What I'm going to explain is that each one has got a little triangle on each separate square. So there's 2 triangles per square, and it's not until you join them together that you get these things called parallelograms. And the parallelogram looks like, if you remember, it looks like that. So that's 2 squares joined together, or in our case it would be up this way. So it's this way up, and in it it's got, they've usually got numbers in like this. So we're reading 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 0, 4, and so on and so on. So that's how the parallelogram works. So what we're looking at here is the 5 in its own triangle, because that's the number 5, which is a digit, and the top row is a 10, we'll say for this instance. So the top number is a bigger number than the bottom number, normally, not in size but in value. And the next one is a 6 and a 1, so the 6 and a 1 will become 7. You add them together. 4 and a 0 is 4, and then you've got a 2 in its own triangle. So all you do is add them together. So you've got 5, 6 and a 1 is 7, 4 and a 0 is 4, and you've got the 2. So 3 times 825, if you want to count it, is if you want to work it in long division, 825 times 3 is 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6 and 1's 7, 3 8s are 24, 2 4 7 5. So if you want to do it the long way around, or this is the quick way, because there's no adding up to do, there's no counting or whatever, none of this rubbish. But so that's a single number. But we're going to talk about now multiplying by 3 numbers. So how do we do that? How do we multiply it by, we've done 1, so how do we multiply it by 3? Well, the way it's done is, I'll do this carefully because I find this bit can catch you out if you're not ready for it. The 913 we're multiplying by, that's 825, we can see that. 8's are hundreds, 20's are tens and 5's are units. On these, 825, 825, we can know that. But we tend to forget when we've got this 913 that these are also 913. So it's hundreds, tens and units. So if you look at this one will be, the 9 will be 100, and the 1 will be the tens, and the 3 will be the units. And what we'll do then is, now we've got that, we can start counting up. And we'll multiply by the 3 first, because that's the units, and we get a 5. But there's no note on this because it's they're just units. It's at the end of the row. It's if you're multiplying 3 5s are 15, so that it's working in units as opposed to tens. So the next one is 6 and a 1 is 7. 4 and 0 is 4, and 2. So that gives us 2 4 7 5. That's the units done. Now we'll go to the tens, and on the tens we need to add 100. We need to add a naught because we're starting in from the second one. 1 5 is 5, obviously. So we'll add a naught to this. You can do it later or you can do it now. I do it now because I find it easier. So 1 times that is 825, so there's no problem, is there? 825. So that's that. And the next one is in the hundreds, so we've got to add 2 noughts. And it's a 9, so we say 5. 8 and 4 is 12. 2 and 1 is 3, and 1 is 4, and 7. So that's 7, 4, 2, 500. So we put the 3 together and we say 8, 2, 5, 0, 2, 4, 7, 5, 0, 0, 5, 2, 7, 4. And all we do then is just add them up. So we get 5, 2, 2, 3, 7, 5. And if you check in the book, they've got the answers and everything in the book, but I'm just doing the method for you. So that's how you do multiplication with 3 numbers. There they are. Hundreds, 10, and that's the way I work it out with the things, although they don't say it like that in the book, but I find this the easiest method to do it. Anyway, I'll stop there, have a look at that and see if it makes sense, and if it does I'll send it off to you. I'll do a couple more before I send this off in any case, but I've probably gone a bit fast on parts because you tend to once you get into the swing of things and you forget what people don't really understand. Anyway, I'll stop there and we'll see what happens.